All the kids.
All right, we are live. If everyone would please stand, we'll start with prayer and then do the pledge. Dear Lord, we thank you. We thank you for this beautiful weather that you gave us today after the cold and the snow. We thank you for who you are in all of our lives and in this town. We ask you to be with us tonight as we go over the town business. Just let our hearts be for the town and moving this town forward. We thank you for all you do for us and just continue to be in all of our lives. And in your name, amen.
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 I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thanks everybody for coming tonight. For the Board of Works, we're going to approve January's minutes. We have those here. If everyone's looked over those, I'll make a motion to approve January's minutes for the Board of Works.
Which one is Board of Works?
It'll stay on the top. Right there.
There, okay. I need to make a notation that where it says the loan payoff is the wastewater department.
Yeah.
It's the water
Okay,
loan that was paid off.
not wastewater.
Right, not wastewater.
Gotcha. So we'll update that. Any other updates? All right, so make a motion. Do I have a second?
A second.
All in favor, say aye. There. Motion passes. You want to sign yours?
Oh, I've written all over mine.
Oh,
Where's the original?
You want these?
yeah, go for that. Go through this one. Right?
Oh,
It's the town.
And then with that getting signed, we'll go through the claim register. So the first one would be for water. It's $31,306.35.
I have talked with Dwayne and the Bynum Faneuil information. They paid water and wastewater from water. And then in wastewater, they paid water and wastewater. They're going to have to transfer money from the water for the amount that was paid erroneously to
Okay.
wastewater. And then from wastewater, they're going to have to transfer back to water.
The same amount.
Yes,
Okay.
to correct the
no,
issue.
not the same amount.
Okay. It's not the same.
We,
but
we applied it 50-50 and it's not 50-50. There's like some of it is water and the other is the other amount. So we have to apply it according to what
gotcha.
it says.
So do we need to update the?
We're going to do that.
We're going to approve the claim register and then they're going to make the corrections to it. So they have a paper trail.
Gotcha. Okay. So I make a motion to approve the water. For a second.
A second.
All in favor? Aye. So we'll sign that one. And then as we're signing that one, I'll make a motion to approve the wastewater.
And it has the
that'll
same,
also have the
yeah,
same-
it has the same record on it.
All right. So all in favor? And that's for a second. All in favor? Aye.
Second.
I would make a mistake on that. I even wrote down what I needed to say.
Here's your minutes back.
All right. So clerk treasurer, do you want to speak on anything else, Dwayne, for?
Not for the claim registers. There was somebody that wanted me to follow up on the LIT tax. I don't know if that's what
That'll be the next.
Okay, no, I don't have anything
All
there.
right. So just another reminder for everybody, we do have PayGov that's up and running. If you want to be using that, there is a small fee with that, on the agenda, we did not have any councilman updates for water or wastewater. I know we did have a leak. The Kicks, if you want to, we can go over to you for that.
Yeah, I guess we found that Thursday night. Chuck called me and said that our water usage had skyrocketed. We found the main that feeds the town from Pike Gibson right after our connection to Pike Gibson had leaked there. We got that fixed first thing Friday morning. Our water usage is still up a little bit. We have a little leak right out here west of town. It's nothing major, but I called Locates in for that. So Thursday, I think, is our start date on Locates. We'll be able to get that taken care of, and then we'll have our water usage hopefully back down to where
Right.
is average.
Okay. Chuck did call me today. They had an audit. IDEM came up and audited the sewer plant. Everything went well. There were no findings. Everything is as it needs to be. So
Great.
he was very happy
Yeah.
with that. So, anything else for Board of Works from Kicks?
I don't think so. We had a little bit of issue at the sewer plant when it got real cold, but that's should be resolved now.
Right.
Other than that, I think everything's flowing pretty good.
Anybody from the town have anything on water, wastewater? All right, nice and easy. So I make a motion to close the Board of Works meeting. Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. So we will open the town board meeting and of course approving January's minutes. Any issues or anything to change? So I make a motion to approve January's minutes. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Wait, yeah.
Aye.
His brain's still in Florida.
It is done for. So Dwayne, if we can sign the minutes for the town board.
For the town, it'll be in the
Red.
red file.
I think I already did this.
Or you may have had both of them in there.
I think I did.
Yeah, I think you might.
I thought I gave you two of them. Here it is.
All right. So as we're signing this, Dwayne, do you want to talk on the lit tax update?
There are different kinds of lit tax that we get in. We get lit, and then we get lit public safety. The lit public safety can be used for funds that are outlined in Indiana Code 6-3.6-2-14. And basically, it says that you can use for the public safety ones, you can use them for police and law enforcement system to preserve public peace and order, a firefighting and fire prevention system, emergency ambulatory, medical, or any type of emergency action, or a probation department. So what that tells me is that I think Derek is the one that was asking about that, if they can be used for fire department. And my answer is yes, it can be.
Okay.
The lit safety or just lit can be used for more than emergency stuff. And so basically you can use that for anything that's legal.
Okay. I see you just have one lit fund.
Yeah. And that's what,
So you're going to have to divide out, figure out what was,
yeah, and there should be a lot more in there. And so what we're going to have to do is create one for lit and then one for lit public and safety. And then if there's any more lit, like a, is it edit?
Mm-hmm.
no edits. You have edit
Is that
on
it in there? Okay. So I think we have
this,
to
County Economic Development is
Yeah.
headed.
Yeah. So, and then we also get some from Riverboat too.
Yes, and you have a
And that's-
riverboat.
That's in there. So
Right.
what it looks like is the money's going into the accounts, but they're not being put into they're not transferred to the appropriation accounts. Does that make sense?
They're not. You would have
The
to,
right line item.
you have to have an ordinance that would appropriate this money to give it to the fire department. And I had
Yeah,
asked
no.
if you'd gone through the 24 ordinances to see if there was an ordinance on the
I
list.
didn't see any. in there.
Okay,
I went through 2020, 2021, 2022, 23, those four. I didn't go before 2020.
then we would have to get with Hannah to do an ordinance that allows us to spend that money, to appropriate it and then spend it. But if you can go through the receipts that came in and figure out what is safety and what's not, then we would know what to pay out to the fire department.
Is that coming from, and that's coming from Indiana?
Comes from the county auditor, doesn't it?
Gibson County.
Yeah, Gibson County Auditor.
Okay. Any questions on that from public?
Will you get with Hannah?
Dwayne, I'll talk to you to get numbers on that too. So the only other is the claim register. So on your agenda, it was just, there's a dollar missing. So it's $6,886.66. I know somebody on Facebook caught that, so we'll just give you a mulligan for February, Tasha.
Thank you.
So, do I want to make a motion to approve that unless we have any issues with the claim register for the town?
No, second.
All in favor?
Uh,
Get that one signed. Anything else, Dwayne, from
no.
treasurer for board work or town board, I mean? Okay. All right. So moving on to councilman update of old business. A couple items. One, first off, so of course we had a probably once in every 11 year snow, it seems. We had about, I counted or measured about 13 inches in my backyard. So I think that's about what we got. And I want to say thank you to the town for helping out your neighbors. I know my neighbor across the street came over and plowed after the plows came through, and got a lot of that done. I want to thank Kicks also for getting the streets plowed. So we did have some questions though on plowing. And I talked to Hannah. I wanted to know from a legal standpoint what we are or are not supposed to do. From a liability standpoint, we do need to have every street that is within our town limits plowed to allow for EMS and for fire to get to people if it needs to happen. Per my discussion with the attorney, if snow gets onto your property, that's then your responsibility. Thank you. Get the right word out. So from now on, every street within the town will be plowed if we have a snow. Now, we're probably not likely going to have another 12-incher until probably 2037 per the last couple decades. But that, again, from a liability standpoint, we need to be able to have our fire and our EMS to get to people through the streets. So, any questions on that? Yes, Ben.
Well, it was over 3 feet of snow plowed over on my side of the road, blocking it, all my vehicles, and only with 1 foot of snow over on the other side where nobody parks. That did not block it anybody. I asked Mr. Frudenberg about that. He told me to get shut. You don't tell 66-year-old man that's had 3 heart attacks and was in the hospital thanks to visit after Christmas to get shut. The shovel don't fit my hand
That never came out of my mouth, those exact words. I didn't tell you straight up to get shoveled.
That was the first words came out of your mouth.
Okay.
Okay. Now, and of course, I went off on you. Now, that could have been stopped if you said, I'll move some of that out of the way. But I had 3 feet on my side of the road, 1 feet on the other side of the road. Nobody parks with tractor. Nobody got blocked in. That's why I went off on it.
Sure.
And if you're gonna get technical on pound roads, the roads are 40 feet wide.
Okay.
Not 1 8-foot pass.
There has to be a pathway for fire and EMS to get to people. And I understand getting the plow, whether it's Kicks, whether it's the state, whether it's, they're all gonna plow on your driveway. It just happens.
Came over on my side.
It's the way he was moving.
Probably the way he was driving.
Right.
It wasn't anything against you, Ben, of course.
I'm not saying that, but obviously it wasn't done right.
Well, he has, as does the county, as does the state, they have to get the job done.
Okay, when you said that as well, ordinances and the state and the lawyer and everything, the roads have to be plowed. Roads are 40 feet wide. It just, then you went to, just has to be one pass.
Well, you're getting into the details that I don't have an answer for that. But the streets will be
Well, I
plowed.
just asked that it get shoved over on the other side of the road where nobody parks, nobody gets blocked in. And I never know when I'm gonna have to go to the hospital.
Sure. Nobody
And
does.
not
Nobody
everything is a call an ambulance deal. I only had to call an ambulance for one of my heart attacks.
Sure.
The other two, my wife drove.
Well, that's something that actually we can probably Kicks. We can work with you to kind of look at the roads.
I think there is a thing when people have medical that you have to do a better job. You can't lock in somebody that is at risk.
Sure.
So that's all I ask. So it's that 3 foot up against the side of my vehicle.
Sure.
Because even if 1 foot, I could have drove to myself hospital, it was not allowed.
Yeah.
So that's all I ask. I don't want it all over on me.
Understandable.
Because
Understandable.
I don't, my hands don't fit no shovel anymore. I would have had a heart attack and then I would have to call hospital. Ambulance.
And I mean, I understand that even my,
I'll leave that
shoveling.
all alone. Just
Yeah.
next time, let's have a little consideration for the elderly. And I am the elderly.
understood.
That's all.
Any other comments or questions?
I thought he did a hell of a job. I plow snow, I still plow it. And if it comes into my driveway when he comes down it, I went and bought a machine to where I could open it up. Before that, I had a shovel, and Ben, I'm the same age as you, but you know what?
Contacts.
No, I haven't,
A shovel would have gave me a heart attack.
okay? Then you hire somebody.
I did hire somebody.
Yeah, that's, you know, I did the streets before we ever had somebody to do it on my own. Didn't charge the town nothing. And that's what I heard. Well, you threw snow over my driveway. Well, you know what? Then come up with the money and I'll do your driveway. And I'm out of that business anymore. I plowed the hill. You can ask Kicks. He went up down it, but I plowed it. And I try to keep it out of my neighbor's
I hired a
driveway.
guy to skid steer to come clear me and my neighbors. I don't know.
I do know that from the Gibson County and even down in Evansville, there was a lot more issues with plowing. And I know we didn't have,
Nowhere.
right. But I know there were a lot of streets that weren't even plowed.
It could have went over on the other side of the road.
Well, that's something.
Like he's getting paid by the town. And if I was getting paid, you know, you got your blade turned, you're angling it, trying to get rid of it. You can't, okay, well, this person says I can't go there, so I get this paper out, well, I'll have to turn it this way.
It's just spin right around and go the other way. Spin right around and go the other way.
You know, I heard, you know, well, Kicks didn't clear my driveway. Well, you know, I'm sure Kicks would have. You
He
called
got the
him.
snow off the road, but to me, my medical standing You need to keep that in consideration. That's all I'm asking.
And that's something that we can look
And he's
into.
already saying that he'll look into it.
Yeah, so we'll look into it and we'll see if there's a better way, maybe looking at the streets, looking at where people's driveways are or not. So,
Just, nobody parks on the other side of the road.
sure.
Just run it the other way. I'll
And-
take care of it.
You got that?
Any other questions or comments?
You can do it.
Because I do know that, if the state files in somebody who has serious medical conditions, they will come back and get more out of the way. That's all. I'm done.
Thanks, Ben. All right, now moving to the town marshal and the equipment and the vehicle. So we talked about this last time. I know a couple meetings ago as well. I had kind of an ask for if people want to have a marshal. It sounds like from the discussions I've had, people would like to have somebody or to patrol to make sure that nothing's going on, and also kind of make sure anything going up and down the roads, there's nobody speeding, not to say to enforce the ordinances that we have, but more to make sure that public safety is kept up. So I actually got in touch with our Gibson County sheriff, and he gave the idea of, we have money in our budget for a marshal. We could make a contract with him or with Oakland City or with the Princeton Fire Department or Police Department to do a patrol up to what we would have been paying the marshal for the month. They could then patrol, they could do their job. They will still, of course, the Gibson County Sheriff is still going to take calls. Like if something happens, you call 911, they're still going to come. But to allow for the patrolling that it sounds like people want, that could be an option. Yes, Tasha.
How often?
It would be based on the amount of money that we have per month, and
And
Per
when you go over
budget.
the ordinances?
no, the sheriff, no, there's no enforcement. It has to be done by a city employee or town employee. So one of us could utilize them to, come with us if we needed to do that. But this would mainly be for public safety, for making sure that, as Ben, you mentioned last time, when you had the windows at the Lions Club broke out, maybe that wouldn't have happened if we had somebody patrolling.
Yes. I mean, you may try that application, and you may not get anybody.
Right. But this would allow us to utilize what we already have in our budget and then work with them.
I had my crawl space door that goes in my foundation was stolen too.
Right. You mentioned that last.
And I think you get somebody to come to town twice a week and cruise the streets for an hour. That will keep these kids from thinking they don't never know when a cop's gonna turn the corner.
Sure.
It may just keep up and doing their fantasies.
Exactly.
Did you talk about what kind of success this program had in other towns or other cities? Do they find that they get a lot of results or anything like that?
That was not discussed. It was just the idea we have, again, the money in the budget. We have a need for that. We've had a marshal in the past. We've had good ones. We've had maybe not so good ones. I don't know. I've not been here that long, but there was that other discussion of, we have that car, we have the equipment. Could that be then auctioned off to pay for some other items that the town needs? And then we still, again, would have that presence from either Gibson County Sheriff or, again, the other police departments. And that was something that we would need to look into. But any yays, nays, thoughts?
Say, yeah.
This might be silly, but does that mean that the sheriff's department is going to hire somebody or just use one of their deputies?
Correct.
Is that going to make them?
So they're a part of Gibson County. So they're going through Gibson County. It's just for that term to be determined. They would be specifically in the Francisco town limits.
If we went that route, could we sell the stuff we have? Is that what you're saying?
Yes,
So we could utilize those funds to help pay for this.
or anything else that we need to.
Or to till the land.
Yeah, exactly. And that's another thought. You had a
You're not
question.
gonna give up on the ordinances then.
We wouldn't give up on the ordinances. They're still in. I'm not, for enforcement as, I'm for enforcement of them, but we don't need to, one, we
Don't need
can't
the
use
sheriff to
them.
do it. Right, don't need the town marshal to enforce.
Well, you would need a code enforcement officer, again, somebody from the town if that needs to happen. But hopefully, I don't know if any ordinance is being worked on, or enforced. Rick would do it. But again, this is not for that. This is for a presence of security, and again, by one of those areas.
So they'll be doing that on their off-duty hours for the county or off-duty from the Brinson, or will be a double?
I don't know.
Okay.
That would have to be worked out with the contract, but he was open to, again, we have
To
that
me, that
money.
makes more sense. That's just like, like the church over here where we
Mhm.
get our yard done. We was furnishing the mower, furnishing the gas, furnishing all, and paying someone to do it. And time you do all that, you got the upkeep, what you just come through with that police car and all the
Yeah.
upkeeps and everything that went with that. Whenever you could just hire somebody to come in, if you don't know what hours they're gonna be here, whatever,
And we probably wouldn't, publicly say what those hours are because you don't want to let people
well,
know
you
what.
wouldn't want to.
Yeah.
That's
And
what I'm saying. A deal like that, to me, they're gonna be putting in about as many hours as your town marshal
would
would
have
be.
been right.
So, to me, that's a win-win.
And our equipment and the vehicle that's depreciating every day.
That's right.
So we're not going to get back what the town paid
No.
for it. That's,
Sad.
but we can still get something out of it.
That's right.
And it could even go to one of those areas because they said they're always, possibly looking for a vehicle.
Yeah.
So, I would like to make a motion that we would look into making a contract with one of those three. And we can come to the next town board meeting, maybe with a contract and what that would look like for the town. Do I have a
Second.
second? All in favor?
Yeah.
Aye. All right. Thank you, guys. So that's for that piece. I also want to make a motion to look into either selling or auctioning off the vehicle and the other equipment from the town marshal.
Okay, I second that. But you can also do it online. The
Okay.
county used to auction off equipment online and they got a lot more money doing it that way than they did having an actual auction where people came.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a website, I think it's GovBid or something like that, that primarily does like municipalities.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I'll.
You only got one bullet though, right? In your pocket.
So I'll,
In your pocket.
You're funny, Dave.
so I would like to make that motion to look into that, to selling and or auctioning off of the vehicle and all the equipment from the marshal. Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Did you get all the equipment back from the previous marshal?
Yes.
You're
Yeah.
sure of that?
No,
I'm just asking.
I got back what I said I was supposed to get back, so. that's what I got back.
From a list that we had.
From Terry, yes. Yes,
From a list or from him saying that's what you got?
no, it was a list.
Or what you spent out?
And we can do that double check as well before we put that up to make sure it's all there from the last. Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Are you concerned that something's not there?
I'm always concerned. I'm concerned about, just like you're gonna try to hire somebody, the sheriff's department or one of these, I don't think you're gonna have enough money because.
Yeah.
Well, they said they would, when I was talking to Bruce, thank you. He said it would be based on the money that we have. So it would go up per hour of what they make. So that would be the
Probably
hours.
that.
Because I mean, I worked over there
Mhm.
and I sure wasn't gonna go work for another town for less than what overtime was, probably more, because that's what they do now.
And that's where the contract would get
Yeah.
into the,
I paid a
details.
private deputy to come a couple of times with $75 per hour.
That's about what, you're right, that's about what it is right now.
Right,
I mean, they just, they got a lot of,
Well-
like, do cars them and what have you,
right.
and, they're putting their life on the line. And,
sure.
I mean, I wish I'd made it back when I worked.
You might get some of the old retired parts too.
I don't want no part of it. It's like you don't want to go back to the coal mine, right?
No,
That's right.
All right. The only,
Code enforcer is not going back though. I'm just saying, throwing
That
out
would-
there. Just think it over.
Okay, and I come and I tell you, hey, you need to put your dog up. You say, what am I gonna do?
I would never say that.
But it happens.
it happens.
It does happen.
That's why in Evansville, when they had a code enforcement, they made them law enforcement because they run into that problem and.
Right.
Okay,
And what if
That's
that
a
does
set-
happen? Like, even if we did get a code enforcer, what if they just were like, is there a fine that they have to pay? If those.
that's something I would need to look into. I for that, and
I was just
yeah,
wondering.
I don't know. But,
Okay.
you ain't really
Something all
talking about
over.
enforcing codes anyhow. You're just talking about
and they
looking for like
could,
what Benji said, where somebody's stealing stuff and what have you.
right, having that presence so that we can feel a little bit safer.
That's needed.
The other bullet I have is, we talked last month, about the field that is on the farm lease, the two fields that need some, tile repair. The guy said he was gonna give me the, estimate today. It's not come in yet. And I have one more person. I know we had Kicks, give an estimate. I should have two more, but I don't have those right now. So we're still
We
waiting.
figured out what we are quoting.
Not yet. I need to, once I get that from him, I can share that. Cause I have that specifically from, one guy, and then we can go off of that for both of those.
You want the acreage?
Yeah, for
Well, just as far as.
what exactly?
Yeah,
So
I mean,
apples
how
for
many feet
apples.
apart, how long they want the runs to be, there's just a lot of variables in that.
So we want to make sure the estimate is the same for all
That
three.
everybody's quote the same.
Yeah.
Scope of work.
Anything else council wise?
Code book. Would like, if you could contact the people that did our code book and figure out how to update it, make sure that it's updated because it's not. And I know Civic Plus, I think was the name of it. Probably in the last file cabinet on the right in the closet or the one before that, like third drawer, second, third drawer, you'll find a file.
Okay, so you want me to
Get in touch with Civic Plus.
and find out if there's a way to update our code
There
book?
is, I just,
Find out
right,
what it is to update our code book?
yes. Isn't any sense of having it unless we have it updated.
And you're talking about the codes that are in there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I know we have those online as well
Yes, yeah.
within the Indiana Gov. Okay. Anything for you, Rick?
No, they're doing good.
All right, Kicks, going over to you then.
There ain't really anything besides the meter up there on Cross Street. We'll do that as soon as it's not knee deep in mud or knee deep in snow.
And that would be.
It's just,
It's Indiana, we have. Yeah, it's Indiana.
it could be 100 next week, who knows?
I do have something else.
Yeah.
The Kicks is done.
Yep.
Okay. We're still in September in some of the books. We've had a lot of computer issues. Jennifer, if she had a computer full-time, she'd have it up to date just like that. But she doesn't. You're going back and forth between the computer here and then it's taken to her.
She has it right now.
She has it now.
Yeah,
Okay.
we had them, Parrish and Keystone fix it yesterday again, and it should be working great, and she has it, and so
Yeah.
hopefully she can get,
She was up to some of it in November and lost
she
it
was almost
somehow.
to the end of November.
Right. And it was written over somehow and lost it. Same way with the manual entries that she put in, they were lost somehow. So,
Yep, and it also affected utility as well.
right.
and stuff.
So
I-
major problems there, but they're still working on it.
Do we need to make a motion on the computers?
The estimate that I put in your guys' box.
Yeah.
Yes, if you guys approve that, I will get it.
And this is for the laptop or for the desktop?
That's for the desktop. The laptop should be,
That's already went
yes,
through the
that's already
process.
been approved and I already, yeah.
So did you
Sorry.
check on the desktop in there?
That's the one that they've been trying to work on, but it's old. And
Right,
with
yes.
technology, so they recommended getting a new desktop instead of the one that was that was in that office.
But you are getting a new laptop that,
Yes, it should be here soon. He said it could be 3 days, it could be 2 weeks, but we're at a week, so.
So it'll be here tomorrow. So I would make a motion to approve and accept this estimate for a desktop.
second,
And they're also supposed to be sending over an estimate for a server with a backup.
Which you were talking about.
a file server.
Mhm.
All right, so all in favor for the desktop estimate? Aye. All right, who's
As far as the
there?
buying the computer, I'm not sure that that's gonna solve our computer problems. It may be a software issue, it may be
Right.
connectivity, so
I do know this one is old though.
we've gotta start there. So we
Yeah.
gotta start eliminating some of the problems
Variables.
that it could be. And so maybe we just wanna get one desktop or something, I don't know. I think we need the computers for sure.
Yeah.
I think we start there, but,
One of the issues is you can't be working in fund and Jennifer be working in fund. Because you're gonna right over when it's backed up and it's restored, it's gonna destroy.
we've had so many issues, I don't know what really.
Well,
the
that would be,
issues are.
that would be a part of it. You always have to have good backup, but if both of you have been working in it at the same time, somebody's gonna lose information.
Well, we are really good about communicating with each other. When she's in fund, I'm in utility, or I'm in,
Okay, and I know you said part of what you lost recently was due to Keystone and Parrish when they were working on,
when they were trying to
An
get the
issue.
systems to talk. They did something, a restore or something, and all of a sudden when I came back,
it was all gone.
It was all gone.
What was your experience with Parrish? Are you pretty confident that they know what they're doing?
I never had any issue with them, but I never had the problems you guys are having either.
Well,
But I never had a VPN.
And Joanne noticed, like, when talking with them and stuff, that these kind of issues didn't start coming about until we had multiple computers. And we need those.
Mhm.
So when there's multiple computers that you're working on, you're running,
Per what you were saying.
that's,
Right, the only time that we talked about having multiple computers was, for years, it was just me.
Mhm.
Talked about getting a second person, get a computer, we would need a file server. And then you would have to update your software to the file server version. It was very expensive. The file server, I think, was like $16,000, something like that. And I don't know what the software was. I just quit at the 16,000. We didn't go any further.
We certainly don't want to spend a whole bunch of money just throwing money at stuff.
No.
Well, if you're gonna have more than one person working though,
it's kind of scary.
it would be to your benefit to have it. I would vote for it.
We're getting an estimate on that, so I just want to assure you that I'm not just trying to spend a whole bunch of money on.
No.
So
something.
I understand.
We need to knock out the variables, and the first one are the computers that have been old.
Right, yeah.
So
You
But
need
it'll
what you
save
need to do
money
your
in the long
job.
run too, because us having to go back, I mean, we're spending all this time having to redo the things that we've already done.
Right,
just like what we were saying with the field tiling, it's going to save us money eventually.
On that, Can we go back out on bid on that if we do those repairs? Like, can we get more since it's been repaired?
Well, so they won the bid per what the land was. So I would have to talk to Hannah about that. And then the request has come in through them because they haven't signed the lease yet. I don't want to, I don't know.
I'm not saying we should. I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
And I think the underlying issue, I don't know about, I'm sure it's the same contract as previous, but I know before the contract had stated that the tenant farmer was responsible for maintaining the tile and tile holes and that stuff. And the issue with it is I think their biggest issue is going into it, they didn't realize how far gone the existing was. And then they're like, well, if we sign this contract states we got to
It's on
fix it,
them.
then it's on them, you know?
That makes sense.
But since and I said this last month, since they've requested it, I think that they should pay part of it,
Pay part per.
a percentage of it,
Yeah.
however it's figured.
Yeah.
That they should be responsible for some of it.
Or we could give them a better deal instead of paying 5,000 a month.
In a year.
In a year, yeah.
Maybe 4,000.
So more to come on that once we get an idea of what's actually going to cost. Anything else? So,
I think so.
Tasha's gonna,
Oh.
yeah, Kick's already talked.
Okay.
So from the fire department, Tasha was,
Derek and Jessica weren't able to make it tonight, so I'm gonna go ahead and read this off. They had 9 calls for service in January, and they are actively working for quotes for the repairs on for E4, as discussed last meeting.
and I do have an electrician that's working with them
And
to,
we have the ballots.
Yeah, we went and got the ballots. So we're ready for those whenever you're.
yeah, so we have an electrician. There's a number of lights that are out or that need replaced. And since it's the town building, we're getting that done. So they're working with them.
Mhm.
All right.
Um,
Yes.
So last meeting, it was said that the funds coming to the fire department should come out of Riverboat. Is there another fund that we need to take that from instead of Riverboat, since there's nothing in Riverboat right now?
Is there not 4,000, what came in August? Is it not there? No? Well, we don't have any balance, anything to be able to tell where anything is.
Right.
Maybe it came in and we just didn't appropriate it too. I don't know.
All right, it's
Is that
appropriated
something
through the state. It would have been appropriated. Or, well, I take it, rainy day was not appropriated. Riverboat
Right.
was. But yeah, if there's not money in Riverboat.
So do we just want to check on that and get back to them?
So nothing's been given to them.
Well, all that we have done so far is paid a couple of bills and also got the ballots.
Well, we're not giving them money direct.
No, these are things that they need.
We're reimbursing them for purchases.
Yeah.
And they have, so their funds and everything started over this year, so they have the funds to cover what they need to, and we can do that additional appropriation towards the end of the year when they start running low on funds, right?
I would pay it from the general fund if we don't have the money in the Riverboat, right? Okay. And the same way for Kicks, we were gonna use Riverboat for something for him.
Yeah, for the foundation.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Okay. All right. Any town items from the public?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to be reimbursed my $100 for the building permit that I found out I didn't need to have.
Good.
When did you pay that?
Well, I brought you both a copy up here this summer.
Yeah, there are no, as far as I know, there are no permits except for mobile home,
Right. Mine is not a market.
not a mobile home.
Mine is a house.
I'd make a motion to reimburse Ben Davis for his $100 if he has a copy of a permit and he paid $100 to it. The town reimburse him the $100.
A second. All in favor?
No, they-
Aye.
So you all didn't have a copy, and I had to bring you a copy.
I have a copy back there.
You didn't have.
Ben,
No, I have it.
I'll make a copy of that and give
That's
that
why I
back to
was
him.
wanting to talk to you last time.
See, Johnny called.
Anybody else?
I think you're up.
Is that me? So my name's Rick Gilmore. I'm the pastor here at Francisco GB. We as a congregation would like to, I don't know if we give it to you guys or give it to you guys, but we'd like to donate $500 to the volunteer fire department. And with that, we also have our benevolence fund, and that as far as a community goes, we're here for the community. And so, you know, whenever that comes to things, you know, we budgeted some money so that if you know, people come in and they're having trouble with their water bill or something like that, you know, then, you know, you guys can give them our number and we can kind of step in and help out. You know, it's not much, but you know, it's every little bit helps, right? So, and then that goes also with the fire department. If there is anything that they need as far as you know, support from us, as far as, you know, if they end up going to a call and need somebody to talk to or anything like that, you know, just holler at us and we'll, you know, we'll be there to help out and do what we can. So,
So nice.
but
Thank you.
yeah, so
His
we're
address again.
trying to get community focused, and this is the community where we find ourselves. So
Together.
that's what we're gonna do.
Thank you so
West
much.
Church?
I
Yep.
really appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Rick.
What's your mailing address?
607 West Church.
Thanks.
Same.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Phone number.
That's what got by with that Johnny had brought up the last meeting that.
What phone number do you call?
Pardon me?
What phone number do you want me to call you when I get this ready for you?
812-664-7229.
All right. Well, I'm hearing no other comments or is Tasha.
Okay, sorry.
Who donated
This
this?
is the last thing.
General Baptist
So,
Church.
General Baptist Church.
I told you I was gonna bring it up and I'm gonna bring it up. So things that happen within the town, like what happened with his driveway and stuff. I was wanting to get kind of like a committee together of volunteers that if something happened like that, and let's say that you couldn't get out or somebody's, anything that's happening, they need to get out of their house, or there's elderly in this community that need groceries or anything like that, that like a group of us that come together and kind of help each other out. I know the churches are great and stuff, but like
More the merrier.
more
Yeah.
the merrier. There we go.
So what would you want something from the town, or are you going to set something up on Facebook? What's your
What do
thought?
you want me to do? I just threw this out.
Well, I'm all for the town helping the town.
What'd you say?
I said I'm all for the town helping the town. I know, again, as we have our churches, they're just our neighbors. I mean, I think probably the easiest would be to make another Facebook page. If you want to, like a Francisco volunteer neighbor helper, something, whatever you want to call it, make it fun. And then we can, you know, we can share that. We can share. I know the Baptist Church, they share stuff. We share stuff for them, you know, so that, you know, that could happen. And if people aren't connected,
Okay, sounds good.
Tractor with a greater blade. Oh. But I bought one with a rusty gas tank and I'm not able to use it yet. So I'm taking the gas tank off clean it. So next year I'll take care of my neighbors.
And I
People come through and up the big off.
I would think,
And then
Ben,
I'll open up people's driveways.
if you get in that same position again, just call one of us, and
Oh, but don't.
I hope you don't
We don't
either.
never get that much snow again.
Right.
another 11 years. So that's
Good. I ain't gonna make it. Yes, I am.
Hope so.
Well, I plan on it.
all right. Anything else? Otherwise, I make a motion to adjourn the town board meeting. Have a second? All in favor?
Hi.
Aye. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Great.